Hello, my dear friends. How are you? Hope you're fine. What about your studies? Okay, study well, try well. Okay, in this discussion, we are discussing about imperfections in solids. Okay, what is imperfections in solids? This can be also called as crystal defects. Imperfections in solid can also be called as crystal defects. Let us check what are the imperfections solids or crystal defects. Okay, there are mainly two type of defects are present by crystal. They are point defect and line defect. There are two type of defects presented by crystals. They are point defect and line defect. As the name indicate, what will be the point defect? Yes, the name is itself point, something around the point, and the line defect, something related with the line. So, the point defects is irregularities or deviation from the ideal arrangement around a point in crystal. Okay, what is point defects? In point defects, that is irregularities or deviation in the crystal around a point or atom. And the line defect is the irregularities or deviation from the ideal arrangement in an entire row. Okay, that is entire row will be in line shape of lattice points. That is the difference between point defect and line defect. Point defect can be classified into three categories, that is stoichiometric defects, non-stoichiometric defects and impurity defects. Okay, stoichiometric defects can be classified into point defect can be classified into stoichiometric defects, non-stoichiometric defects and impurity defects. Just check what is stoichiometric defects. As the name indicate, stoichiometric defect do not change stoichiometry of the crystal. Okay, stoichiometric defects do not change the stoichiometry of the solid. Stoichiometric defects can be also called as intrinsic defect or thermodynamic defects. Stoichiometric defects can be also be called as intrinsic defect or thermodynamic defects. Got it? Stoichiometric defects can also be called as thermodynamic defect or intrinsic defect. Okay. The stoichiometric defects can be classified into two categories, that is vacancy defect and interstitial defects. Stoichiometric defects can be classified into vacancy defects and interstitial defects. Okay. Then what is the vacancy defect? It is simple. We can see that as the name indicates, vacancy defect is created by some lattice sites are vacant. Some lattice sites are vacant leads to the formation of vacancy defects. Okay. And interstitial defects are what? Yes, some atom or molecules occupy interstitial sites, which leads to the formation of interstitial defects. Vacancy defect, some lattice point are vacant, which leads to what will we can see that yes, it is some space are vacant. There is no particles there. So what will happen is mass decreases and the density also decreases. Density of the substance will decreases. And what is interstitial defect? There is additional particles present. So what will happen? Density increases. Okay. The vacancy defect and interstitial defect are mainly seen in non-ionic solids. It is very important. Vacancy defect and interstitial defects are mainly seen in where non-ionic solids. Okay. So you may ask one question: what is the case in ionic solids? Yes. In ionic solids, the stoichiometric defects are seen in the form of Frankel defect and Schottky defect. In ionic solids, the Schottky defect are present in the form of Frankel defect and Schottky defect. Okay, let's see what is Frankel defect. Yes, as we have already seen that it is shown by ionic solids. Frankel defect and Schottky defect are shown by ionic solids. Okay. it is also called as a dislocation defect. Frankel defect is also called as a dislocation defect. What does it mean? Yes, in crystal, in ionic crystal, the smaller ion, usually the cation, move from one normal site to interstitial site. Okay, what will happen? A vacancy is created in its original site and an interstitial defect is produced in the interstitial and defect is produced in the new location. That is, Frankel defect is the dislocation defect. A vacancy defect is produced in the original site and a interstitial defect is produced in this new location. Okay, we know that there is only a movement from its original location to new location. Then what will happen? There is any change in the density? No, density remain unchanged. We see that there is a movement of ions. So what will be the peculiarity of the ion? The ion will be in smaller size. The ion should be in smaller size. Okay, the moving ion should be in small in size. That is, there is a small size difference between the ions. Cations and small ions will be in the size size difference will be large. Okay, for example, it is shown by zinc sulfide, silver chloride, silver bromide, silver iodide. Okay, in zinc is in 2 plus zinc ion and silver ions are small ions, so it is shown Frankel defect. Okay, we can go to the next defect. It is Schottky defect. What is Schottky defect? It is shown by ionic solid. Schottky defect is also shown by ionic solids. Okay, what is Schottky defect? It is the missing or escaping or equal number of cations and anions from the crystal. The missing or the escaping of equal number of cation and anion from the crystal is due to the formation of Schottky defect. So if a positive ion is escaped, a negative ion is also escaped. So what will happen? It is clear that the density should be decreased and electrical neutrality is maintained. No change in electrical neutrality. So for escaping cation and anion, the size difference or the cation and anion should have a equal size. Cation and anion should be in almost a similar size. For example, potassium chloride, sodium chloride, cesium chloride. Okay, these are examples of Schottky defect. Another important point is that silver bromide AgBr shows both the Frankel and Schottky defect. AgBr shows both the Frankel and Schottky defect. Okay, this is all about stoichiometric defects. Okay, we can move to the next point is that non-stoichiometric defect. Okay, then we can move to the non-stoichiometric defect. Stoichiometric defects are classified into mainly metal excess defect and metal deficiency defect. Non-stoichiometric defects are mainly classified into metal excess defect and metal deficiency defect. Okay, metal excess can be classified into two categories: metal excess due to anionic vacancies and metal excess due to presence of extra cations at the interstitial sites. Okay, metal excess defect can be classified into metal excess due to anionic vacancies and metal excess defect due to the presence of extra cations at the interstitial sites. So we can check each one by one. Okay, metal excess defect, metal excess due to the anionic vacancies. What we can closely examine what is the case. Okay, when NaCl and KCl or NaCl or KCl is taken and is heated in the atmosphere of sodium vapor. If NaCl is taken, it is heated in the atmosphere of sodium vapor. What will happen? The sodium atoms will deposit on the surface of the sodium chloride crystal. Sodium atoms will deposit on the surface of the NaCl crystal. Then what will happen? Yes, the Cl minus ion from the crystal will move to the surface and combine with the Na plus ion. The Cl minus ion move from the crystal to the surface and combine with this Na plus ion. What will happen? NaCl is formed, an electron is leaved, and a vacancy is created in the Cl minus, in the position of Cl minus ion. A vacancy is created at the position of the Cl minus ion. Okay, then what will happen? The electron thus formed, the electron is emitted from the chlorine atom. It will move to the position of the chlorine Cl minus ion. The vacancy created, the vacancy thus created, there is a vacancy is created. The electron will move to the the vacancy of chlorine minus, and it occupies the position of the Cl minus ion. And this position, an unpaired electron is present at the anionic center. And an unpaired electron present at the anionic center is called an F center. Okay, why we call this an F center, and what is its having some speciality for this? Yes, because it is impart color to the crystal. It impart color to the crystal. It has some special properties. So it is we consider as a special, as an exceptional case. So an anionic center occupied by an electron is called F center. Okay, so after this, the sodium chloride, the chloride crystal will become in yellow color. So it is due to the electron undergo electronic transition and in the visible region, and its emitting light is seen as yellow color. So the yellow NaCl crystal is seen as yellow in color. If we take the case of lithium ion, it is seen as pink in color. In NaCl, it is in yellow color. In the case of lithium ion, it is in pink in color. But in the case of KCl, potassium chloride, due to the presence of F center, it is seen as violet in color. Okay, this is the case of metal excess due to anionic vacancies. That we can check the case of metal excess defect due to the presence of extra cation. Okay, metal excess due to the presence of extra cation. It is, if we heat, see, if we take a zinc oxide, it is in white in color at room temperature. Zinc oxide is white in color at room temperature. And we heat. What will happen? It will lead to Zn2 plus ion, 2 electron, and a half oxygen. Half molecule of oxygen is emitted. Okay, what will happen? If the Zn2 plus thus produced will move to the interstitial site, the Zn2 plus move to the interstitial site, and the electron will move to the neighboring interstitial site. Okay, that's what will happen. There's an extra cationic sites are produced. That is in the case of metal excess defect due to the presence of extra cation. Okay, that we can check the case of metal deficiency defect. Okay, a particular or the best example is iron oxide, FeO. In FeO, what will the case? Some Fe2 plus ions are missing. If we take the FeO crystals, Fe2 plus ions are missing from the crystal. Then what will happen? It is or balanced or maintained, or it is maintained by the Fe2 plus ions convert into Fe3 plus ion. Another Fe2 plus ions present in the crystal will be converted into Fe3 plus. Okay, in this way, the deficiency of Fe2 plus is maintained. Okay, that's all about the case of metal deficiency defect. Okay, we can go to the impurity defect. It's a very small topic, impurity defect. It is shown by a mixture of two compounds. If we consider the case of sodium chloride and strontium chloride, cadmium chloride and silver chloride, if a molten NaCl and strontium chloride is taken, and to molten NaCl, strontium chloride is added and crystallized, then what will happen? Strontium ion is in +2 oxidation state, and the sodium is in +1 oxidation state. Okay, what will happen? The strontium ion will replace the sodium ion. Okay, the strontium ion will replace the sodium ion and creating a vacant site in the crystal. Okay, This is what is called impurity defect. As a mixture, you must study the mixture NaCl and strontium chloride. The replacement of one by another. Okay, that's all about the case of defects. Let's begin. What are the electrical properties? Solids are classified on the basis of electrical properties. There are mainly three types: conductors, insulators, semiconductors. On the basis of electrical properties, solids are classified into conductors, insulators, semiconductors. Okay.
And we can study this in detail in the next class. And today winding up this video, and study well, keep study, and if you have any doubts, please clarify with your teacher, and don't study with doubts, and study well. Thank you.